Hello, it's JCL Plays, and it's been a while since I've posted a video, 4 years to be exact, but I decided to come out of my cryogenic arrest and talk about the fearless year of Shadow, well, I guess more of Sonic in 2024 as a whole. Yeah, there has been some people doing this. I've seen a few videos, but I kind of wanted to give my own thoughts on some things. Now, I won't be including every single event of this year, because maybe I just forgot it, or maybe a snapping turtle ate the part of the script where I talk about that, and it just blanked my mind. Well, the year started out with the reveal trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations. It was at the January State of Play, I believe, and I was in a call with a few friends, and we were all watching this, and my pants were soiled. I mean, I was balls to the walls happy. One of the first games I remember ever buying in stores was Sonic Generations, and then now Shadow is going to have a Generations, and I'm like, holy shit. I mean, this is some big news. And I was so excited, I was ready. I guess I wasn't completely sold on just the trailer in general. Loved the idea, but, I didn't really get necessarily super excited, hyped, whatever you want to say, until, about maybe a few months before it came out, but we'll get to that eventually. But that's a very good way to start out the year with Sonic content and the Year of Shadow. 2 days after this reveal, we get the title reveal for Sonic 3, and everyone was they were on guard. I mean, we were ready. We were ready to see what Sega would do next. I mean, this is like 2 major events happening in the span of 2 days, and literally 48 hours, and I mean, you're just really ready for anything at that point. I guess there's not really much to say about the title reveal. It was definitely cool to see that, and I think that the instrumentation over it, with obviously the nod to Live and Learn, was very fun and very exciting, and that did get a lot of people excited for that movie. Especially some of the Sonic fans that were, I guess, not really on board with the first 2 movies. And yeah, I mean, it was just a really good way to tease the movie. And then they get a little ballsy, and they want to release the biggest part of the year just right there. So they decide to release the Shadow costume for Sonic in Sonic Superstars. Now, it is inoffensive. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just a skin, so it's not all that big of a deal, but it is a little stupid. I kind of wish they would have just, made Shadow a character, and I guess that we don't really have a classic Shadow, but I mean, it's a nice addition, I guess. It's really harmless. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but at least, whew, we got the IHOP collaboration next. Oh my god. I went to go try the Shadow, I think they're the Chaos Chocolate Pancakes. Wow. It almost wants to give you a heart attack. Thinking of it, that's America. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog chocolate pancakes. Whew. Now, I did have a pretty interesting experience in this IHOP. The people in front of me they didn't pay. I mean, they just straight up, they left, without paying, and that was, definitely a way to end a night. But, I can't forget, there was some probably underpaid IHOP employee who dropped a stack of plates, and they all shattered, and their course of action was to yell fuck in the middle of, well, it wasn't really crowded, but it was at night, so I'd say there's about, maybe about 5 other tables that were occupied But, I mean, they just had a rough day. Probably after serving so many Shadow Chaos waffles. I mean, it really gets to you, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, that was a pretty cool collaboration. It came with the Amy Diner skin for Sonic Superstars, which is a lot cooler than the Shadow Sonic costume, I believe. I think that you had to make a purchase of $5 or more. And yeah, I mean, it's a cool little way to get people to want to eat some pancakes, I guess. But I mean, yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I think that they also had rewards on their app to where if you just ate there enough, I mean, I don't know who goes to IHOP enough to be able to afford this with their pancake tokens, but you can even get Sonic Superstars from there. The next thing we have is the actual announcement of the Year of Shadow, when they actually coined this term, the Fearless Year of Shadow. Ooh, pretty cool. It started with a promotional video of these kids riding a bike. Yeah, I was a little confused what it meant, but I mean, that's so cool to have a whole year dedicated to Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, whew, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, the next best thing is, no, I mean, this is better than sex. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog, come on. And the first thing that they do under the Fearless Year of Shadow name is they make the Dark Rider real. They make a replica, and they go around showing it at, like, motor shows and, like, races and all that motor stuff. I don't know. But it sadly was not in any area near me, which is a shame because if it was, it would be coming home with me. I don't care. I would find a way to get it, even if I had to steal it. But I think that they did bring it back out for the Sonic 3 premiere a few months ago. So I am glad that they still have it and didn't sell it off, because they need to hold on to it for a bit so they can sell it to me. Around the time that they were touring the Dark Rider, the Knuckles show came out, which I really liked. I know that a lot of people dislike it. And the main complaint is that Knuckles is not in Knuckles, which is very fair. He doesn't really take up much screen time, because, you know, they're on a budget, and CGI is expensive, and doing that for 6 episodes just can't happen. I get that. But I don't hate Wade. I enjoyed watching that whole show just for Wade almost, and I think he's very, very funny, and he's probably my favorite human character in the movies. Besides Robotnik and Stone, there's no beating Stobotnik. That's just never gonna happen. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I think that episode 4, it was the one that had the musical number, I believe. That might seriously be one of my favorite episodes in television history. I mean, it's just so cool. And the Flames of Disaster song is unironically, it was stuck in my head for a little bit. It's sad to admit, but I thought that it was a very funny show, and Adam Pally is so good as Wade. Literally anything he says, if you could get him to say virtually anything, and his line delivery will be funny. He's contagiously funny, and I really appreciate his performance as Wade, and I really hope that they do more with him in the future of the Sonic movie franchise. But yeah, I liked it fine enough. It was alright. And next we have the reveal of Sonic Rumble, which is just Sonic Fall Guys, which has already happened, but I guess Sega really wanted a piece of the pie, and they wanted to make their own attempt at their own Fall Guys game, which I think is definitely an interesting move. I do like the skins in Fall Guys. Now, I'm not a Fall Guys player, but I know Epic Games owns Fall Guys, and they also own Fortnite, so, I mean, how about you give us some Sonic skins? I mean, look, I heard that they're thinking about doing Sonic Man, or just, I guess, regular Sonic designs. Whatever they need to do it. Epic, please, Sega, let it happen. Let it happen. You'll have Hatsune Miku in there. Let it happen. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, buddy. The summer kind of served as a calm before the storm. Nothing really got revealed or got released until August with the Sonic Movie 3 trailer. And wow, that was some good shit. I mean, that was a great trailer. I was so excited. It looked great. I loved the tone of it. But I don't know why they released it that late. I mean, it was only 4 months before the movie came out for the first trailer, and that's just, I don't know, that doesn't seem like enough time to me. But Paramount kind of had a rough year marketing in 2024 with multiple movies, and one I'll use as an example is Transformers 1. Now, that was a great movie, phenomenal movie, one of my favorites of last year. I think everyone just really, really likes that movie. Well, it didn't perform well because the trailer showed, like, nothing that was, you know, actually good about it, I guess. They just tried to show a certain side of it that wasn't really what represented the movie, and I guess not all that many people wanted to see it. And it was TF Hype Guy on Twitter who actually got, you know, people in the theaters to see that. But nevertheless, I was excited to see the movie, and it turned out to be great. So yeah, I mean, they just kind of had a rough year marketing wise, but they did pull it together for Sonic in that last 3-month stretch. It done well, so I mean, that's all that matters, I guess. Then we have a reveal that I'm so excited for. I mean, I really can't put words into how excited I am for this collaboration, but I believe it was in September, on Batman Day, there was a promotional video of Shadow as Batman, which would equal Shadman. Don't be like Shadman. That's not good. Please don't use that name. But it was so exciting because you didn't really know if there was something happening or if it was just like some, you know, hey, it's Batman Day, we're gonna do this little promotional thing. But it seemed like more, which it was more, because, you know, DC posted it, and then at Sonic Central, about a few weeks later, it gets, I mean, completely, they reveal character designs for some of the Sonic characters as certain superheroes, like Flash as Sonic, and then Shadow as Batman, obviously, Amy as Wonder Woman, Knuckles as Superman, love that, and Tails as Cyborg, and I think Silver as Green Lantern, and that's all we have. Now, there's some stuff I want. I want to see Zaz as Joker. I want Eggman, obviously, he has to be Lex Luthor. Robotnik needs to be Lex. Then I think, obviously, everyone's like, Rouge needs to be Catwoman, which, yeah, I guess. I would have a ton more, but I will eventually make a video after the comic run is done, maybe even during it, but you'll see. I'll talk about this one because I'm so excited. At that Sonic Central, we got the first release date of Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, which, wow, that show, oh my gosh, if they ever do, like, anything like a full-length series of animation to that caliber, my face would just be melted. I mean, I adore Dark Beginnings. I think it's so well made, and there was so much care put into it, and I have to just talk about it. Without You, in the last episode, that song, oh, so good. I've been listening to that ever since the soundtrack came out on Christmas, and oh my gosh, it's just Dark Beginnings just amazes me. Great show. Would love to see something to that caliber. And around the time that Dark Beginnings ended, Shadow X Sonic Generations began. It came out, played through Shadow Gens that night, played through the whole story. I got a lot of trophies on it, and I was just so astounded. I was like so tired doing it, and I wrote this whole review on my phone while I was playing it. Like when I was taking breaks to take a piss, I would just like write out some of my thoughts about the game, and it's just so fun. It's so fun to play. The gameplay is so good. The story's pretty good too. And the bosses are fun, most bosses. Looking at you, Mephiles, I love you as a character, but that is not, well, I guess more of, no, I lied. I do like that fight. But great game. The remaster of Sonic Gens was, I've always been more familiar with the original master of it, and I haven't still gotten used to the remaster necessarily, but it is definitely good, and I appreciate that is included and it wasn't just Shadow Gens, which makes it a way better package deal. They hit the mark completely. Riding off the success of Shadow Generations was the Sonic Movie 3 trailer number 2, which, wow, that was also another good trailer. It came out about a month before the film's actual release, which, not a big fan of that practice, I guess, but it's whatever. It came out about mid-November, so it did give plenty of time, I guess. But they definitely had a good promo for the second trailer releasing, with the Sega Genesis cartridges, sending that to some people in the Sonic community and just teasing the second trailer's release date that way. That was such a clever way and just such a cool way. It's so in touch with what the fans actually want, and I would love to eventually get something like that. Sega, please, I beg. But yeah, I mean, that was a great way to promote the movie, and also to promote the movie about a month later, they released the Shadow level pack in Shadow Generations, the Shadow movie level pack, and it was definitely very good. It got you very excited for the movie, and you got to explore the Tokyo whole set that he was in at the start of the film. So that is really cool. Keanu Reeves was even voice acting for Shadow in the movie DLC, which, wow, that was just surreal. And he's obviously done video games with, Cyberpunk as Johnny Silverhand, but I mean, he's just so good. I love him as Shadow. I wanted him as Shadow back when the first movie came out. There's an unlisted video of me even talking about that. So I'm so excited that he actually finally did get to voice Shadow. I think that is perfect casting. I couldn't think of anyone better in Hollywood to do it than Keanu Reeves. And at the same day that this did get released, the DLC, which was the day of the Game Awards, the Sonic Crossroads reveal trailer came out, which, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because, it's a Sonic game. I mean, it's a racing one, but, I mean, it looks cool, because they might have some rider stuff in there, which I think is definitely going to make a pretty big point, I guess. So yeah, I'm excited for Crossroads. There's not much to say about it. I'll definitely play it when it comes out, but we'll just have to see. But it's time for the Big Bertha, what this whole year of Shadow led up to. Sonic Movie 3. Boom. I went to the fan premiere at Regal. Wow, everyone in that room had Shadow merchandise on. I was wearing my little Joe Rogan podcast shirt, not actual Joe Rogan, but with Sonic and Shadow sloppy making out, and I just fit in there. It was so cool. Everyone was cheering, and when stuff was happening, also spoiler warning right here, because the movie came out about a month ago now, so you should have seen it by now, but if you haven't, spoilers, when Sonic went super and Shadow went super, everyone was yelling. When Live and Learn kicked in, we were just crazy. When we got, well, I think no one really noticed the Bio Lizard with Shadow and Maria when I was in theaters. I seen that got pointed out on Twitter. I did notice that then, and I also thought but I don't know if I did. I'll have to check now. Like a Gamma toy at the very beginning, like the Jack Pacific. which I think is that'd be really funny if that's true. But I love all the references, especially I had to message my friends after seeing it because I seen it earlier than all of my friends. Was the SA2 line, like the no food movies, we're out of here, or like we'll talk about low budget flights, no food or movies, I'm out of here. That meant a lot to me because I used to play Sonic Adventure 2 and 1 on my Xbox 360, and I would always replay City Escape, so I would see that cutscene every time, and I was like, man, that shit's so cool. And I mean, that whole movie was fantastic. I could go on for probably about another 20 minutes about how much I like that movie. I don't think that there's getting any better than Sonic Movie 3. And the post-credit scene for setting up Metal and Amy is just so cool. Everyone was yelling both times. I went to go see it in theaters about 5 times in total, which is a little much. I understand it's excessive, but I am a little excessive when it comes to this movie. I loved it. And about the first 3 times I've seen it, so I've seen it about 3 times in the first week of it being out, there was just yelling. I mean, when the post-credit scene came, it was so, everyone was excited for it. And Sonic 4, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. And we overall had a great year of Shadow. It ended perfectly. It started very good. And not counting the Sonic skin, the Shadow costume, but it was a great promotional year. I think that Sega really outdid themselves, and this is going to be talked about for a while. And I'm really curious who will have the next year of. I've seen Silver thrown around, but I think that Metal or Amy will have a year before Silver does. Now, he'll have it for movie 5. I'm pretty certain he'll be in there, but we'll just have to see. We've had a really fucking exciting year, and I'm excited to see what 2025 entails. The DC comics are coming out. I will be talking about them. I will make sure that I do a video talking about the DC comics. Maybe when it's going on, maybe afterwards. I don't know. It will happen. You have to trust me. Now, I'm not all that reliable because, I haven't posted in like 4 years, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. This means a lot to be able to come back and, talk about Sonic again 4 years later. Obviously not as mean to people. I'm never going to do that again. But yeah, happy Fearless Year of Shadow for those who celebrate. Yeah, see y'all.